Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a trampboard, or pretty much just any skateboard-like object to use on the trampoline. So what I have here is an old, just like pretty much a Walmart snowboard that I'm going to use, and when I got it, it had some cheap little bindings that I lost. So I'm going to show you how to make a trampboard, and give you some ideas for bindings that are pretty good and relatively cheap. So first thing that you want to do, some people use old snowboards, and what you're going to want to do, since they have sharp edges and usually metal edges, is to make sure they don't tear through the trampoline, get some padding of some sort, old clothes, pretty much anything soft and cushy will work. Now I've just found some old padding that was pretty thick, so I decided to use it. One thing you might want to do is make a few little cuts to help you fold it over. And as you can see, I've already started on mine, and then you're going to want to use some duct tape to help hold that on there. If you use an old skateboard deck, you won't have to do this because those edges are already pretty round. But you may still want to, because you can never really be too safe. So I'm not really going to finish that part now, but here go a few ideas for what you can do. Right here I've got an old, it's a belt sort of strap kind of thing I found, and on this it's already got some slots in it that you can just use and loop through those like this and get yourself some pretty good footholds. And this one's pretty long, so you could cut it down and then it wraps on itself, so you can get it really nice and tight, and they're really easy to take out or adjust or anything. The second thing you can do is just use a belt, a regular old belt that you normally fit into.
Ray?
DC. Yeah?
Are you going to be ready soon?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Other thing you can do is, if you have a snowboard, use some old snowboard bindings and just screw them down. These are really good because they got nice foot straps, so you don't have to worry about foot coming undone or anything. They've got back support, so you know your foot won't come out. If you want to, you can undo a few bolts and take the sides out. Take the backs out, sorry. It's just over the top of your foot. Other thing, last thing you can do that's relatively cheap is take some old mountain board bindings like I have, and if you have some, you can use these. These are like bottom line, and they've just got some bolts ran through them already for mounting them on the board. Drill a few holes and bolt them on. One thing I would suggest you doing is making sure the bolt's not too long, so that when you screw it through, it doesn't poke through the trampoline or just put some padding in. And the types of nuts I would use are these. Not really sure what they're called, but what it is these little teeth right here dig into the bottom of your board or whatever you're going to use and keep it from turning, and then they stay nice and flat along the bottom. But again, they work like that. But again, you're going to want to make sure that the nut doesn't stick through like it is right now, because that could just poke a hole right in it. And then finally, the last thing you may want to do is use a nice mountain board. They have wheels on them, so you don't really have to worry about them poking through big old air wheels, so they aren't very small or anything. Or if you want, you can still take the trucks off. This still has a foothold mounted on it, and if you look at the bottom, it's got those. That's actually where right there where the footholds are mounted, and as you can see, they're nice and flat, so you don't have to worry about anything poking through. So please comment on anything, and please subscribe. Also, I have one question about making a tramp bike, so please comment on this. I've got these two bikes. I don't know how well you can see them. This yellow and blue one right here, I was going to make a tramp bike out of, and I know how to and everything. There you go, a little more light. And I know how to take the wheels off, gears, everything. Well, these have suspension. So I didn't know if anybody else has ever used the mountain bike and how it works with the suspension. So the spring from the suspension and the spring from the trampoline. Because this one, if you look, it's kind of at an angle through here. It goes down. So I didn't know how that's worked for anybody. And this one is a lot easier to tell behind it here. And I've just got the same question. I know how to do everything, just this back bar back here is higher up than this center point. So I've been thinking about maybe just trying to take this spring out and putting a longer piece of wood in there to push that down. So please, once again, please subscribe and comment on anything, and please comment on any answers to my dilemma. Thank you.